Hi, my name is Gillian Barber and I'm the director of Footloose, the musical at Capilano University, and we're opening in March the 25th and running for 2 weeks. Well, I purposely haven't watched the film for many, many years because I don't like to get sort of somebody else's job mixed up with mine, but from what I remember, it's a very similar story. There are things that are left out in the play. Obviously, we can't do the straddling the truck along the highway bit, which is too bad. We talked about it, but we can't do it. But it's really a very straight-ahead story of a young man moving to a small town because he has to. His father has left the family, so he and his mother have to come in and make a new life for themselves. But he comes with that big town energy and that enthusiasm and that the power that a city teenager has that the small town teenagers don't necessarily have. So he comes into this small town where, unfortunately, 5 years ago there's been an accident. So there's a pall over the city. This tragedy drives everything they do. They can't have dances. They can't really enjoy themselves to the extent that they want to. If they want to hang out, they're hanging out behind the gas station, behind the junkyard. It's all hidden. Everything's very hidden in Beaumont. So he comes in and he just inserts his enthusiasm and his love of life, and dancing is the representation of joy, and so he fights for the kids to be able to dance. He comes up against Reverend Shaw, who sadly is the father of one of the kids who died, and so the struggle between them is immense. But of course he is a gentle and a beautiful soul, is Ren, so he wins. We choose our musicals at Capilano based on the third years that are coming up because we want them to be showcased in the best possible way. And of course, this particular group of third years are fantastic dancers. They have, some of them came in with some dance talent, but a lot of them have just jumped on the dance wagon, and our choreographer, Shelley Stewart-Hunt, is ecstatic to be working with them. They are great singers as well, not to denigrate that either. There's some fantastic voices in there. Their acting chops are awesome as well. This group, I would say, is pretty close to being triple threats. So I'm very excited for them. I think this is a perfect musical to showcase their talents, and I think they're really going to rock Footloose. I think we're in a recession. The world is in kind of a nasty place right now, and those in charge are my age, and there's a bit of a panic going on, I think, in the adult world. So I think that what we need to do is to look to the youth. And what I love about when students come here, I'm amazed at their worldliness in that they're all about recycling, they're all about saving the world, they're very conscious of what's good, what they can make their world, how to save their world. And so there's something about Footloose that really balances that same story. Is who changes this small town? It's the youth. And so what I think the parallel is that, yeah, we should just stop and listen to the wisdom of the youth. It's joyous, it's raucous, it's kind of loud, so bring some little stoppers if you don't like rock music, but it's a great story. There's a lovely story inside this musical. There's some not-so-good kids and some fantastic kids, and it's really a great slice of life. So I think that people should come too, because I think the adults should come so they can learn something, and I think the kids should come because it'll empower them.